everyone, welcome back to the channel. You're watching our cloud school. Here we are talking about various scenarios with Azure Data Factory. Today in this demonstration, we will look at how to convert multiple CSV file into a pipe delimited file. For example, we have a multiple CSV file which is a comma separated file. Like in this case, you can see that we have a file which is comma separated file. Then again we have another file which is a comma separated file. We want to convert all these files into a pipe delimited file, or maybe you may want to convert from pipe delimited to CSV file, other way around. So how do we do that? With the help of ADF. Now to have this demonstration, I'm going to use this ADF instance, adf-os.demo01. Now to create this configuration, I'm going to create a new pipeline, because a pipeline is the activity we want to, pipeline is the setup. I want to create a new pipeline. To create a new pipelines, under the pipeline section, click on these three dots here, create new pipeline. You can specify the name of the pipeline to pipe. That's the name of my pipeline. Now as we are talking about moving a file, multiple file, and changing the data from comma to pipe delimited, which means that we are talking about the copy action. So I'm going to use the copy action which is available inside this move and transform section. So let me just copy this from here to the canvas. Now the copy data, we have to specify two settings, a source and a sink, majority of the time. So source data source specifies the source data location and the data type which you would like to deal with it during the copy action. So let's say that I would like to copy a source from the storage account. So I'm going to create a new data set. Either you can create it from here as well, but let me just create a new data set from here. I'm going to specify the data type as in blob storage, because that is where our files are. Then specify the delimited file text. In this case, I'm going to say that ds source csv, that's the dataset name. Then we have to choose the link service. Link service tells your dataset that this is where your target or the source location, which is a storage account name, and how the location is going to be connected. So in this case, if you look at here, we would see that this is my storage account location, and I'm going to use the storage account keys to connect to this storage account location. Now using this link service, I can click on the browse and reach to the containers available within the storage account. So let's select this input option, which is input name of the container. Now here I would like to use all my CSV file and convert into a pipe delimited file. So I'm not selecting any specific file, because we are talking about running the operation on multiple files. So I'm going to leave it as is. So in this case, file path is just the name of the container. Let's select that. So our source data set is ready. Next, I'm going to create a destination data set. Same thing, Azure storage account, blob storage, CSV. This time I'm going to use the destination blob storage. So let's select this destination blob storage and then output type as in container, because that is where I would like to place the file. So my destination and source data sets are ready. So I'll go back to the pipeline and I'll choose the source and the destination CSV file or destination data set. Let me just go to the sink as well, and from here also we are going to specify the destination dataset. Now here, as we are talking about multiple files, so this option, file path option, this is not going to work, because this works only with the single file. If you are working with a multiple file, then you have to specify the wildcard path, and here we are going to use CSV as in wildcard path. Now if I'm going to validate, this validate action work fine, and my pipelines are validated actually, but here I have not mentioned anywhere that how the CSV will be converted into a pipe delimited file. Now to specify that setting, we'll go to the destination dataset. let me just call it as a destination test pipe files. Okay, that's my data set. Here in the comma delimited configuration of your destination dataset, you can specify, instead of comma, you can specify the pipe character, so that will convert your comma delimited file into a pipe delimited file. That is it. Now again you can validate the pipeline just to make sure if there are an error or not. I'm going to publish the changes, and just to make sure that it is creating a pipeline and then two dataset which I'll be using as a source in the destination. Once the pipeline is going to be published, we will run the pipeline and we will validate the output. So pipeline is successfully published. So let's click on debug. Before that, I'm just going to clean this output, or maybe let me just clean it up right here from this section. So let me just verify that if it has, yes, the pipeline activity is successfully completed. It has read 7 file and then written 7 file, right? And now what are we going to do? So now let's validate the output. So here are our files, so let's just validate it. So edit, you can see that yeah, that is what our output looks like. This is how our output, final output looks like, as in pipe delimited output. So that's it in this demonstration. Just to summarize, we have learned how to copy multiple files from source to destination and change the CSV file, which is a comma delimited file, to pipe delimited file, or how we change other way around from pipe delimited to comma delimited with this example. I hope you have found this useful. If it is, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching it. See you in the next video.